evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Vaughn. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Vaughn. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wentz. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 24, check 24. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Switch, let it go.
Going on the ground with Homer. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Shift, shift. Shift. Check 13.
On 2nd down now. It's Hall. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch left, watch left. Keep it up, guys.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Taylor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Sunday. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, high 7.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter.
That's how we do it.
6. Eagles nothing.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 38, Wentz. This complete to Lockett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Tighten up.
They go play action with Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4. You don't.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, and that's knocked away, and More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
On second and goal, Jackson escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right?
Here we go.
You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now he'll pull it down. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They run with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. On 1st down, Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Wentz. His tight end, it's Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, it's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he stays up, muscles him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Three bud.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
6 down, man. 5-4.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch. Check 26. Safe. Come on. Check hot route. Hot. Shoot.
They'll run this with Homer. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Get up.
This is Homer. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Homer. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.